Hello, I'm Sanjay. I'm from Erode. I joined Pinnacle. Joined Fiji for the Pinnacle program. So for my 11th to 12th grade, I came to Mount Fiji from one of my father's friend, whose son was studying in Fiji for 2 years prior. I attended the FTRE exam after getting to know about Fiji. So actually, I stumbled upon it, and I really had no idea regarding the IIT JEE. After giving the FTRE exam attempt, I started to inquire about other people, and after analyzing people's opinion, I came to know that Fiji was really one of the best institutes in Tamil Nadu, and I had been hoping for a residential program which had only been offered at 2 places in Tamil Nadu. So I had to opt for the Chennai region because of people's high opinion regarding it. Actually, before joining Fiji, I really had no experience. I hadn't been enrolled in any coaching institutes prior. So this really was a new experience for me. Transitioning from a regular student who only focused on the boards, and I used to attempt some of the Olympiads and the SAT examinations, but other than that, I hadn't done much. So transitioning from that to a JEE aspirant had been a really difficult attempt, and adding to that, I was in a new environment, faced with new people. The people at Fiji and my friends really supported me through the initial hurdles that I faced when I joined there. So the first thing that was that I had to give a diagnostic test to analyze what I'm good at and what are the areas that I've been lagging in. So the results were actually really shocking, and I got to know a sense of where I stand. Initially, it might be easy to slip off into depression, but my friends there and my faculty members really supported me and gave me moral support. So they encouraged me that I can improve. I had gotten a decent amount of scholarship, and which had been added upon by my 10th board marks. Based on that, I have chosen the Fiji Center at Chennai. So after transitioning from a person who focused only on the boards to a JEE aspirant, it was arduous. The thing was, initially I had been unguided, and I hadn't much support on how to improve my problem solving abilities and the analytical reasoning part. So even though I had some basic skills, I never had the time nor the proper guidance to hone it properly, and which I had been offered at Fiji. The teachers here, they encouraged me to think on my own about the concepts that were taught, and to explore the subject like I've never done before. Previously, I was used to have some part of mugging up, and I later realized that what I believed that I understood was a superficial understanding of the subjects. After coming upon that realization, I was able to know that there was a much profound and deep understanding that I could unlock only through the exploration of the subject and through the debates and discussions, bouncing of the ideas between people, my friends and my faculty members. The process that I've been talking about to coming upon that understanding, the steps that taken was iterative. It was only through over the course of the 2 years that I had spent at the program, only through the entire time I was able to make that realization and use that realization in order to further fuel my academic endeavors. So the main things that helped me was, firstly, my faculty members who, as they progressed with the lessons, I was able to make connections between the concepts. So previously I hadn't done that. So as we interweave the subject matter together, only then I came to came upon that realization. And the next thing was the debates and discussion that I had with my friends. The debates really helped me to build a strong foundation of the subject matter, like without any particular ambiguities that might have arisen because of unconscious improper understanding. And the main thing that actually forced me to come upon this one was the tests that had been repeatedly held, mainly the AITS tests. They actually specifically pointed out where I had been lagging behind, and through analysis of those papers only, I had been able to come up with this understanding. So the tests and the glorifier app that had been provided was really good. I was like, I had been extremely benefited from that.
Okay, my name is Kokilambal. I am a parent of SANJAY. I am coming from Erode. I send my child to Chennai Fiji Center because instead of doing course in Erode, here in Chennai more competitions are there. So in a competitive world, he has to face more competitions, and who are all in the race he has to know. That's why we are sending. And if there is a proper opportunity and motivations given to anyone to learn, then he will achieve the greater heights. Fiji does this for us. So that's why we send the child to Fiji. Whenever he feels discomfort or any tests didn't do well, then we will motivate there in phone itself. Just by leave that competition, that tests, you have to go ahead. We are giving tips through phone, and he's a self-disciplined child and self-learning child, so he will do it very well.
So life at the residential campus was very different, vastly different compared to what I had experienced as a day scholar. I had missed my parents over the 2 years, but I had been constantly surrounded by my friends who were always there to support me. My study schedule was not uniform, to say. I used to study whichever subject that I liked to study at the time. Although I prefer to give each of the subjects equal time, on a day-to-day basis, I had opted to go for one particular subject, and sometimes it would be mixed. At days, I would be studying just one subject. So it will vastly vary depending upon the needs of the hour. At the residential campus, we had to study with our friends in the evening, where we have some study hours. We study for around 4 hours in the evening, apart from our classes. And even after that, I used to study in the night and the early morning. So that's how my study schedule was. It left me with little to no time for other extracurricular activities which I hadn't done due to the very time-restrained schedule. At the time of tests, I pretty much used to ignore the tests part. I hadn't separately allocated time to revise material especially for those tests. I just continue on with my own preparation and just attempt the test as I go, and after the test I used to analyze, allocating them time. As for the 4 hours when I studied with my friends, we used to study separately, after which we discuss each other's doubts, and then we'll call it a day. The main thing in the weekends especially, sometimes we used to teach others stuff. If say I'm strong in one particular concept, I teach that to my friends, and this process of teaching and reverse really helped us to understand the concepts in a much more clearer way, rather than the normal just sometimes regurgitating the formulas just through the concepts or the theory. This thought helped me to, one thing, to retain the actual material for a longer period of time, and it allowed me to clear myself of any discrepancies in the logic that I might have understood. So this was the main benefit that I had due to those group study sessions, and was especially effective for inorganic chemistry. Though the environment at Fiji was pretty stress-free and liberal, sometimes we do end up getting a bit frustrated or stressed at times due to the lack of results, or at those times we need to persevere and keep our confidence without wavering. The thing that helped me in the residential campus without any social media or other things to help myself was that my teachers were always there for me, and if I faced any problems, they were always there at any time of the day where I can approach them without hesitation, and they were pretty understanding of my problems, and they helped me to sort it out properly. So at those times, some of my teachers used to give motivational sessions at fairly regular intervals, where they would talk about our seniors, how they prepared for the JEE exam, and what mistakes they committed and how we could learn from them. And even some of our seniors were even invited to talk about it. So these sessions were really helpful for me, where they bring me back on track without losing my focus and keep me a clear goal. I'm really grateful to Fiji for that. And the thing is, other students who are day scholars might have an avenue to gain motivation from, such as, and when they stress sometimes, such as playing games or watching videos. We were unable to do that at the center, and these sessions were had really compensated for that. And so prior to joining Fiji, I had been a bit of a timid person, and after joining the residential campus, I was met with very great friends, and it caused me to become a bit more outspoken of my emotions and feelings. So I think that personally that has been a immense growth for me. And during the COVID time, during my 9th and 10th grade, I had resorted to watching YouTube most of the time. So these 2 years have helped me to get out of the habit and restructure myself to not give in to such trivial desires of engaging in the internet or vaguely scrolling down through the media. This caused me to build in me a discipline and a sense of time management skill, because without which these 2 years would have been really hectic. These really helped me. I presume and I understand that it will help me in the upcoming days and in my college career. I've met a lot of friends, and that helped me to grow my personality in more ways than one. So for my juniors, I like to say for them to explore the subject, and that would keep you grounded in the subject and develop an interest and passion for it, rather than mindlessly solving problems. Sometimes it's good to create your own questions and explore like how each of the logic works and how they connect with each other. But it's also equally important to understand when putting further time in it is vain. It's important to revisit a problem many times, even if you're not getting the answer. But after a certain time, you shouldn't prolong it. So you must understand the extent to which you should struggle with the problem. That's what I like to say to my juniors. And finally, I like to thank my teachers, my friends, and my parents who were really supportive for me these 2 years, and the Fiji support staff who were with me throughout this 2-year journey. And I wish you all the best. Thank you.